Dude, I got spit coming out of my mouth. Man, nobody does the intro like Andy though, man. But yeah, man, I'm pissed off. I was just telling Skee, man, I'm not in the mood today I'm not taking no shit today, man. I'm not in the mood. Like I say, man, this NBA Talk with Jay, we're here to bring you the picks, man. We got our guy Skee Profit here with us from Wager Talk. How you doing, Skee, my brother?
Another day, try to get after it. I noticed the NBA show, so we got a full slate. I think we got 12 games. Try to get the people some money, but yeah, everything's been treating me nice except for yesterday. NBA, I took a step backwards, so try to right the ship today.
Yeah, no, I mean, I need that, man. I need to be motivated as well. But I always say, guys, just trying to keep it real with you guys. Early season NBA has been it's real tough, obviously, because we're basically guessing. We haven't really seen a ton of the games these teams play, only preseason, right? So it's a lot of moving parts for the coaches, kind of like an extension of the preseason. So couldn't talk anyone out of kind of just waiting after a couple of weeks to bet in NBA. But if you are betting it, let's try to get some cash today. Personally, I'll be going small to like maybe not even betting at all some of these games the first couple of weeks, but try to give out one best bet a day, and let's get to it here, Skee. First game up, man. We got the Indiana Pacers here getting a point versus the Washington Wizards here, my guy. What do we do with this game?
Well, this is and like you just said, you people who've been around for a while, y'all will already know and hear the difference in the way that I cap these games, because after, like Jay said, a couple of weeks, I'll have all my data, all my info. I've seen the teams, and I'll be able to cap the way I normally cap. Right now, it's just kind of going off of what we think is going to happen.
All right.
So for this game, I really don't want to be involved on the side, just because Wizards, they're not a good enough team where I want to lay any kind of points with them. And on the flip side with the Pacers, I'm just not sure if they're a team that's tanking or actually trying. And I would be leaning more towards tanking. So when I look at this game, I got to do some kind of player props, or if I'm getting involved, it's a player prop. For Pacers, y'all know who my guy is, Tyrese Halliburton. Whether you're going to do, I probably would look towards points and assists, or if you're into those double kind of props, he was cashing out on his assists last year when he was on the King, and now he got full control of the offense. I think is very doable. It's going to be up tempo, especially versus the Wizards. A lot of points, a lot of assists to be had. So Halliburton is probably my favorite look in this game. And on the other side, I'd probably go. Kuzma at the 4. Last year he was good on his rebound prop. I didn't see the number just yet, but I would look towards Kuzma rebounds, Kuzma double, or Bradley Beal points. We know he's always up there for the scoring champ.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Yeah, man, the Wizards, they got a little squad, man. If they can kind of get some bench players, I don't like their bench over there. But as far as Monte Morris, Will Barton, Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kuzma, I like that starting five right there. You said something. We don't even know if the Pacers really want to play. I always talk about Buddy Hield, no real structure to his game, right? He's just out there throwing up a bunch of shots, hoping that they go in. So I think Hield is the type of guy. He needs to be on a team where he's only asked to shoot it, not really be a do-it-all type of guy. If Hield and Turner, man, yeah, they might be going to the Lakers, man. So we're not sure where their heads are. We're not sure if the Pacers even want to win. I like Halliburton. I like Chris Duarte, but as far as the rest of the team, not really. I don't like how they're coached. I don't like how they're put together as well. So I'm not sure what to do with the Pacers team, guys. Definitely like a middle of the pack, or actually like below average type of NBA team. Both of them are, but I do think the Wizards are a little bit further beyond, and definitely have a better coach over there as well. And I remember last year as well, Skee, the coach really had them boys going with Unseld Jr. He had them boys going in the beginning of the season. I think they started out like 11-3. So they seemed like a really good team last year. We know that they were really bad. So maybe this is just one of those teams that get off to good starts. I lean to the Wizards here on the road. Obviously, it's tough laying points when I'm on the road, but I lean their way. I think they're further on with like building their organization, my guys. Talk about another team. Let's go over here to the streets of Detroit Pistons here. We got them laying 3 points versus the Magic. Another team, Skee, where the Pistons are a little bit further on than the Magic are in their rebuilding process. But the Magic do have the huge size advantage here. They have 5 guys that they can play that are over 6'10". Franz Wagner, you got Franz Wagner, which is the better brother as well. You got Wendell Carter Jr., you got Mo Bamba, Bowl over there, and Banchero. So how you looking at this game? Skee, unmute yourself.
Yeah, my bad, my fault. There's 2 games on this slate where I want absolutely nothing to do with it, and it's just like bottom feeder type teams playing each other. When I see like that, I just trash versus trash. I think under. So I'm not getting involved. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Detroit and Orlando, I'm just defer to you.
This is a trash bowl right here. Yeah, it's a tough game. My guy 77 figures in the chat saying he's on the Pistons as his top play. This is a tough game, guys. The guards are a lot better for. I'll tell you this right now. I'm not impressed with the Magic guards. The Magic win, they have to do it with length. They're going to have to do it with their big guys. I'm not high on Cole Anthony Skee. I mean, I know the guy can have some good games, but he's already a shorter guard. He's not great defensively. But I watched this team in the preseason. Their offense is. I think this offense is horrible, man. But like I say, the big guys, they will have to win with defense, packing the paint, and rebounding. So hopefully they can get maybe they can get a bunch of offensive rebounds and easy buckets. But this Magic offense is really going to struggle. So maybe that's good, maybe for under their Skee. I could understand the lean to the Pistons. This line was at 4, down to 3, 2.5 at some spots. So some money coming down to Magic here. They do have the huge size advantage. I can tell you that. And the Pistons don't really have even one center, because Isaiah Stewart is not really a center. So Magic should, in theory, have the huge rebounding edge in there. Maybe that's why the money's coming up. It's a tough game for me, my guys.
I just think about the Pistons as a team I don't like to lay points with. Like, I want to get the points with them.
Right. Facts. Like 10. I want to get like 10 points. Those are the spots that they show up with and might win the game. Now they're asked to win the game. We're not sure which teams are tanking as well, but I don't think the Pistons are tanking this year, especially with them getting Bogdanovich over there. So let's see what happens. But let's go over here to the streets of Memphis here, Skee. We got the Grizzlies laying 4 points versus the New York Knicks. You won't have Dylan Brooks here. Maybe that's why this line has come down since yesterday from 5.5. Originally opened up at 7.5 over the course of the summer, guys. That's serious about betting NBA. These lines have been up for a while. So if you like the Knicks, could have definitely got 7.5. Skee, it's down to 4. You still like it?
Do I like it? Is it gonna be in my pocket? No. But which way would I prefer to play this game? I look at this Memphis lineup and I just see a couple guys missing, and I don't feel comfortable laying the points with them like that. They got John Morant, they got Bane, but where are they missing? Brooks, Green, and maybe somebody else. I don't know. I see a healthy Knicks team, a team that, just had a terrible season last year, and they got the guy that they wanted in Jalen Brunson, and they're catching points versus a team who's, don't got all their guys. I'll be leaning towards catching the points. I'm already down on Memphis this year. I think everybody's coming from Memphis' head just because all the shit they talk when they play the games. And now they're not healthy. There's no way I could lay the points of Memphis in this game. It'll be Knicks or pass.
Yeah, that's a good point there. You were one of the first ones I heard saying that, hey, I'm not necessarily too high on the Grizzlies this year. And that's a good point. And maybe they catch their growth towards the end of the season as well. I always talk about it as well. Teams that have had historically really good regular seasons and then falter or kind of slow down in the playoffs, at some point it'll flip where they know that I kind of need to take a step back during the regular season so that we can be regular and healthy for the playoffs, my guys. So maybe see the Grizzlies struggle here to come out of the gate here, especially without Jaren Jackson Jr. as well. They're having to get used to playing without him. You got Santi Aldama coming in there. He's a nice little three-point type of guy, but it'd be interesting to see how he bows with the rest of the team as well, my guys. So can understand the money coming down for the Knicks in this one. Maybe look at some Jalen Brunson props in this one. He's really fitting well over there. If you guys didn't know, his dad is an assistant coach for the team. So he's after every practice, they're really working with Brunson. He's just trying to get better every single day. So Brunson look good so far with the Knicks. They are a very deep team as well. That's the way I look at this one, Skee. When it comes to the bench here, that's where I think that the Knicks really have the advantage as well, especially when you have Memphis missing Trent Jaren Jackson Jr. and Dylan Brooks in this game and Zaire Williams. Now you have bench players that are coming in as starting roles, and the bench isn't as strong, my guys. So that's just kind of you have to look at the game after Jones and Brandon Clark coming off the bench. You got a ton of young guys over there, whereas the Knicks got Derrick Rose quickly, Toppin Hardenstein, who's probably the best backup center in the league. People don't know about. I like the depth with the Knicks team. I definitely lean that way. Wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks got the win. Skee, let's go over here to the streets of Brooklyn here. We got the Nets laying 3 points versus the Pelicans. How you looking at this game?
This game is tough for me just because it's a lot of guys out for this Brooklyn side, right? A couple of the guys. You got Seth Curry out, Joe Harris out, Warren out. But the way I'm looking at it, I'm high on both of these teams. That's why it's tough. For the Pelicans side, I love the starting lineup. They got a good bench. They got length. They can defend, and they got guys who can go get you a bucket with Ingram, McCollum, and Zion. And then on the Brooklyn side, we obviously know they can score, although they're missing a couple of their sharpshooters. But they added some guys in there who can defend too with O'Neal and Simmons. So I know this Brooklyn team is motivated. We've heard Kyrie talk about it. The line has went up, right? I think from -1 to -3. A lot of people liking this Nets team. I can't confidently come in here and take the Pelicans to win. So as high as I am on them, I still think the Nets are better, and I would have to lean towards Brooklyn in this game. And if I'm going to bet the total, I probably lean towards under. Like I said, those shooters out for Brooklyn side, you put those defenders in there, and I think I can trust Pelicans to play a little bit of defense too. So under or Brooklyn would be the ways I play this game.
Yeah, I'm looking towards the Pelicans way this one, man. Obviously, they've lost 7 straight to the Nets. It's got to reverse at some point, and they have a huge coaching advantage here. Willie Green is a top tier coach, man. I don't know if you guys know, but he's come from the Money Williams coaching tree over there. This guy can coach. He wants to win every single game. They do have the size advantage. Not sold on the Nets coaching staff over there. They can get it done. They'll be able to stack up a bunch of wins and maybe be able to win some games in the playoffs. But their coaching staff at some point will hold them back. That is something where you find two somewhat even teams. I always give a nod to the better defense and the better coaches here, because we got to remember these guys are calling plays as well, calling timeouts, the lineups as well. I just feel like Steve Nash is a lame duck. But Durant, Irvin, Simmons, I like the trio. I think at some point they will get things going. Maybe not here in this first game. You look at the Nets; they're a horrible home team, man. 6-28-1 against the spread last 35 home games.
That might change though.
I don't think we've ever. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. Even when Kyrie came back last year, they still struggled playing at the house. I'm not sure what it is. Two of their best shooters are out as well, and Joe Harris and Seth Curry. So I agree with this line coming down from 4 to 3, even 2.5 at some spots. The Pelicans can ball here, man, and also they have the huge size advantage. Nets only really have one center on this roster. I mean, they got Watanabe. Be interested to see if they throw him out there, but the Pelicans should feast down low. That's why I'm looking at it. Zion Wilson, be hard to stop him. Not sure he's going to guard. Definitely not Royce O'Neal. Maybe they try to put Ben Simmons on Zion, but you still got Valanciunas. So be interested to see if Claxton can keep up with Valanciunas here. Then off the bench as well, Jackson Hayes and Willie Hernandez. Nets don't really have a lot of backup depth at the center position. So be interested to see what happens here. I'm with you though, Skee. I'd lean to the under here. So I think it's I'm leaning towards Pelicans and under in this game. Under might be the better spot, especially with the Nets trying to play a little bit of defense as well this year as well, my guys. So lean to the under and no, and that's the way I'll be leaning. We know that the Pelicans going to play some defense, my guys. Heavy lean to the Pelicans, heavy lean to the under. Let's get to the next game. Let's go over here to the streets of Toronto here, Skee. Maybe another under spot where you got the Raptors laying 3 points versus the Cavs. Total sitting at 214.5, my brother.
Yeah, we talked about this one during the preview.
16. Total sitting at 216.
Yeah, this is one that I like, one that I bet here. And really, I mean, a lot of people high on this Cavaliers team, but this starting lineup is just this is how I look at it, Jay. Just like you look at the matchup versus the Pelicans and the Nets, and I agree, like they could pound them down low. I look at, Toronto's a solid defensive team, right? But Cleveland is better. And then you got Mitchell coming over here saying he's going to buy in and focus on the defensive end because, like you said in the preview, he likes his team and he knows they're talented enough. So He can do that. And the way that they play defense, like I was checking out their scheme, is just that little shell, like with the length that they have with Mobley floating and the rim protection with Allen, it's just too much. And you look on the flip side, like as good, like you say, Toronto's a good defense, but Van Fleet and Trent Jr., they're not stopping Garland or Mitchell. They're going to get 8 all day. So this Cavaliers team at plus money, I just think the market doesn't know how good they're going to be yet. And that's why they're an underdog. So you're going to give it to me at a dog price, I'll take it. They won 3 of the last 4 meetings too.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off there. It's a tough game for me. The Raptors don't have like you mentioned, the two guys, the two of their, in theory, best offensive guys. That's their only 3-point shooting, in my opinion. Who's going to be? I mean, Malachi Flynn can shoot some threes, but I'll be honest with you. If it's my NBA team, I'm not bringing Malachi Flynn off the bench as my backup point guard. He's not a bad player, but I mean, maybe a third string type of point guard player. But I'm worried about this Raptors team. I feel like they have to do it with defense. You need guys like Siakam and Scotty Barnes to step up offensively. It's not that it can't happen, but it's just I don't want to bank on it. So when I look at the Raptors, I look at sticky defense. They're trying to beat you up. You see what I'm saying? Trying to turn it into a physical type of game. And I think both teams do that. Cavs are definitely the better offensive team. They definitely have more offensive firepower and three-point shooting as well. I just feel like Van Fleet and Gary Trent Jr. are the only three-point shooters that you're scared of over there for the Raptors. And it's going to be tough against this one. Maybe we're talking something out here, Skee, right? You already struggle to shoot the three, so you get most of your baskets inside the arc and inside the paint. That's what the Cavs defend the best with Mobley and Allen. So it does, I guess, in theory, the way that the two styles that these two teams play would favor the Cavs here. And I'd still lean under in this one, my guys. I think this is a defensive type of game. Two defensive type of teams. The offense not really great because the Cavs offense still working in some kinks as well with Mitchell. What I'm watching, they're kind of taking some time, running some plays. I think this is an under game, Skee. Could you talk me off?
No, I agree with you completely. And I would just ask you, on this Raptors team, who do you trust to get you a bucket in the starting lineup?
Van Fleet, bro. They rely on Van Fleet a lot. It's gonna be Van Fleet. Siakam can get a bucket. It's just
not
that
with the trees down there.
Yeah, he has to do it inside the paint, man. So it's got to be Van Fleet going off from three. That's the only thing I can see.
And then on the other flip side, I trust three people to get a bucket. But who was the better defense here, Jay? I heard you say Cleveland's the better offense, but who's the better defense in your opinion? I say Cleveland.
I like Cleveland's defense, bro, but we got to like the Raptors win with defense, Skee. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're a defensive team. That's how they want to beat you. And they have a lot of length as well. Pressure Chua, Scotty Barnes. You see what I'm saying? Gary Trent Jr. is not a bad defender, bro. He's not. Van Fleet is food. But Gary Trent Jr. is not a bad defender. So this team, they have to win with defense. So I do think the Raptors are the better defensive team.
All right. Well, we'll see how it shakes out.
Cavs not far though, Skee. They're not far.
Yeah, I like them Cavs, man. Give me that plus money.
Yeah, I can't talk you off. Knowing that the Raptors have to win with only defense. That's what they do. Whereas the Cavs, obviously, they win with defense and offense. But obviously, the Cavs are more balanced, and that's why you like them in this game. I can't talk you off, my guy. I think the under was definitely the look though on that total. Let's go over here to the streets of Atlanta. Here, Skee. We got the Hawks getting laying 10 points versus the Houston Rockets. How do you think that Murray and Trae Young will do in this first game?
I think they've been excited to play with each other, and we've seen that in the little pickup or preseason or whatever kind of games they've been playing. I talked about plenty of times. They got motivation from how they got embarrassed last year. Mm-hmm. It's their home opener with their new addition to the squad. As a home favorite last year, they were 57% against the spread. I think this Atlanta team is going to show up at the house and show out. On the flip side with the Rockets, I'll start like this, man. Who on this entire team is playing a lick of defense? I don't see one soul stopping anybody. And then we did the preview and talking about the centers they got, who they going to start. They cut all of them. They cut Cauley-Stein. They cut Favors. It's just Sengun. Like,
he's not even a real center. He's not a real center to me.
Come on, man. Atlanta should be scoring at will in this game. So, Rockets, as a road dog last year, they're 56.8% fade. They won 6 out of 38 games, and they lost by an average of 12 points per game. If you like anything about the Rockets, just bet Jalen Green points or go bet Kevin Porter assists. That stretch last year when, Rockets were actually starting to look good, it was because a lot of those teams didn't care no more down the stretch because they already had their shit figured out and locked in for the playoffs. But he did go on that stretch where he was scoring consistently like 25s and up. So I would look towards his point prop if I'm betting anything for the Rockets today. But I'm on the Hawks minus the 9.5. They blow them out today.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off there. My thing, the Hawks are. What do you think? Does it worry you that Trae Young's a little sick? He's not 100%. He ate chicken noodle soup and stuff last night. Didn't practice. He is gonna play. Went through shoot around, but he is a bit under the weather. Does it bother you?
I don't think this Rockets team is good. I mean, I don't like it, but DeJounte Murray can handle the point guard duties. He can score. He can do everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I think they'll be just fine. It's not like Trey is like not out there, so I think Murray and the Hawks will be just fine.
That's a good point. Yeah, I like the Hawks starting five. I worry about their bench play over there, man. Got the Holiday. I believe they got both Holiday brothers coming off the bench. But I tell you this, man, starting five wise, they definitely gonna outwork the Rockets. It's tough price for me to lay with them in the first game. But I mean it's a tough game for me. I'm not really looking towards this is a wait and learn type of game here. It's a tough one for me, man. Need to see those Rockets. Maybe they're hyped up to come out here and play this game. Maybe an over spy. It's a tough game for you, man. It's definitely one I'll watch.
Look over.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch and learn with this one, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Miami here, Skee. We got some news. LaVine is out in this game. So I know I was doing an earlier show. If you guys didn't know, we do 11 a.m. Show with Shark, and then we do the 1 p.m. show with the Wager Talk guys. But they're laying 7 points here. But it's probably went up to 7.5 now for the Heat here. Going up to, so it's up to 8 now. It's up to 8, some 7.5s out there. 3/8 out there, mostly 7.5. Skee, Heat versus Bulls with no LaVine.
I mean, what are we doing here? You got no LaVine, no Lonzo, Caruso is game time. Bro, I don't even feel like I gotta say too much. For one, the Bulls versus good teams were terrible last year. 13-26 straight up. Like They beat on the bottom feeders and they can't hang it with competition. And Miami Heat, this is what I'm gonna say. They played them a few times last year, right? They played them 4 times last year. The 2 times at the house, they beat the shit out the Bulls. They beat them by an average of 20 points per game. And then 3 out of the 4 games, they held them under their team total. The team total today, it was 104.5 when I saw it. I gotta take that, bro. Who the fuck is scoring for the Bulls in this game? Miami, we know they're a great defensive team. That's how they win their games too. So last year they only allowed like right at the 105 points per game mark at the house. It's just really tough for me to see the guys trotting out there. Like who's scoring besides DeRozan and Vucevic? So I like the Bulls team total under 104.5, and I like the Heat -7. That's what I got in my pocket.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. Yeah, I feel like whoever's guarded by Hero, that's who's scoring. My guys, Hero is all offense and no defense, man. But yeah, I mean, you made some good points here. It's a tough game, man. I do like the Bulls bench a little bit better, in my opinion. Obviously, no LaVine, so you're probably going to have to start Caruso. Hopefully, they don't start Dragic, guys. You don't want to see Dragic starting for you in 2022, my guys. Coming off the bench could be a little bit different, but Javonte Green, Dragic, Drummond, maybe Kobe White, Derrick Jones Jr. I don't know, man. It's a tough game for me, man. It's definitely a tough game. I feel like they knew that they were going to rest LaVine here, so maybe they're a little bit more prepared for it than we thought. He's going to be out for 2 games, guys, so he's not playing the first couple games. Am I in a rush to take the Bulls without LaVine? No. Personally, I do think the Heat will take a little bit of a step back this year, but it's a tough game for me, man. I don't know. I can't wait till we get to our spots where we got rest advantages, revenge spots, bro. These are not the best spots in the NBA. I always try to keep it real with you guys. I might do another show later today. I'm just literally trying to keep it real with you guys, man. Break these games down, but let you know that it's educated guests right now. We really have literally nothing to go off of, mainly matchups here, my guys. But let's go over here to the streets of San Antonio here, Skee. We got the Spurs getting the point, kind of laying a point all over the place here by the Hornets here, my guy. Obviously, they don't have LaMelo Ball. They won't have Bouknight just had a DWI. He's back on the team. They don't have Bridges right now. What do we do with this Hornets team, my guy, other than take the season win total under?
Hey, this game right here, if you think about betting this, you just go ahead and call 1-800-GAMBLER, because this is the real trash versus trash right here. Like Spurs are a G League team, and Hornets, it was already terrible, bro. Now LaMelo not out there. I mean, I guess with Rozier, Oubre, Hayward, Washington. I mean, I guess you got to take the Hornets just because they seem like they got NBA players on there, but they still not good, bro. I don't feel confident. Like, I don't want to put my money on these guys that's out there. It's just that the Spurs are that terrible. Like, I don't feel like any of these guys should be starting in the NBA. So I guess for that reason, I lean towards the Hornets, and it's got to, the total dropped from 231 to 221. I was going to say under, but you already missed 10 points. So I guess I just lean towards the Hornets.
Yeah, that's a good point there, man. I'm not interested in this Hornets team ever, man. They could get it done today. Hey, they could get it done today, Skee, but I'm not interested in this team like ever, man. I mean, I know we're not supposed to be super down on one team, but I think that win total under is a lock play. I think this team will start to tank at some point. I can see Washington being moved. He's not getting a contract extension, right, Skee? So they might move his ass. Oh, Hayward, they might try to move him if he doesn't get injured. You might want to try to trade him before he gets injured. Oubre, all he does is try to shoot threes now. That's all he cares about now. Terry Rozier, he's still a baller. He can get to the paint. They might trade him. I think you might see Cody Martin, Jalen McDaniels, Bouknight, Nick Richards, and Thor starting by the end of the season, my guys. An absolute disaster. I can see them sitting.
I don't know about Bouknight. That boy,
man,
they getting some stuff.
This is the third time, though, right? What's going on with Charlotte? What's up going on? It's got to be something from the top. Harold last year, remember he got in trouble with the weed charges. Yeah. PJ Washington's gotten in trouble. Miles Bridges got in trouble. Now Bouknight. Is this the party team of the league? We know LaMelo Ball. He been gassing up. He like to go to clubs. You know what I'm saying? Hang with girls. I see this being the party team of the league, my guys, and I don't trust them. So, no, I don't even trust the Hornets versus the San Antonio Spurs, my guys. I don't trust them. At least the Spurs are full squad. I mean, people don't really know about Trey Jones and Devin Vassell, but I know they're not necessarily household names, but these are some guys that the Spurs are putting some stock into, man. So these guys, they have some offense. Keldon Johnson coming off their shoulder injury. He's not a bad Jakob Poeltl. So they still have two starters over there, Keldon Johnson and Jakob Poeltl as well. So Chan, what the fuck are we doing that?
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on, man.
Bro, these guys pink. Bro, when I seen the pink hair, I was like, bro, get this guy out. He can play some defense, man. But I like Primo, Richardson, Doug McDermott coming off the bench. I like that. Man, I lean Spurs here, man. So it's not going to be easy game. I wouldn't bet the game, guys, but I lean Spurs. Go over here to the streets of Minnesota real quick, Skee. We got the Timberwolves, the Timmies. Might want to put them the Timberland boots on if you rocking with the Tims here, but they laying 10.5 versus the Thunder here. Skee, you like some?
No way am I betting OKC. That's just how I feel. This is my thing. Timberwolves last year, bro. This was the team that destroyed me, dog. Every time I bet on them, they lose. I bet against them, they blow somebody out. And this is the team that you was winning with all the time. So I'm gonna just say this. I think with the roster they have, Rudy Gobert is going to make them a hell of a lot better on defense. It should be a struggle for this OKC team to score tonight. And on the flip side, it's a lot of ways to get a bucket for Minnesota. So if I'm playing, I'm laying. Maybe I even go first half, but you're the Wolves expert. You tell me, what do I do with this Minnesota team?
Yeah, it's tough for me to lay 10.5 with them in this first game, Skee, especially with the Thunder. They'll get it twisted. I mean, Giddey, SGA, they will have. It'd be interesting to see how SGA looks because while he's been practicing, he didn't play in like the last 3 preseason games. So he could be a little bit rusty. I mean, they got Dort. He's looking a little bit better as well. But right. This is the cap right here, Skee. It's all about matchups in these first games.
Versus Towns. Pokasevsky versus Towns.
Yeah, but like, what are we doing here? You got Robertson, Earl, and maybe Baisley start. I don't think they're going to start Pokasevsky, but even if they do, he is 7 foot. Guy's just lanky as fuck, bro. This guy is like a paper. He's like paper plate Pokasevsky, man. We got to do it. We got to like the stick figures that you draw when you're a kid. That's Pokasevsky, man. But he is in theory 7 foot, so maybe he's just standing there like this. But Gobert and Carrington Towns should feast on the boards and down low here. I'm talking about dunks. They might have 5 dunks apiece, my guys. But as for the guards, maybe the Thunder have a ton of guards. It's a guard-heavy team, so their offense is like a well-oiled machine. But the defense, that's where they could get smashed here and rebounded. Like Gobert could have 20 rebounds in this game, man. Only thing that I don't like, Skee, and watching in the preseason, they're kind of integrating Gobert into the offense, right? Still trying to figure out. It's crazy because if this was college basketball, we'd be taking the Thunder, right? With them having a center trying to integrate them into the offense. I'm watching them in preseason. They're feeding Gobert the ball down there into the paint, into the post, trying to get him to be an offensive type of guy. That's the only thing I don't like. I think they need to do Gobert just like they did Vanderbilt last year. Don't shoot the ball. Don't ever shoot it. pass and rebound and block shots. It's all you need to do and set screens, my guy. I think that's what they need to do. I don't like them trying to integrate Gobert in the offense. It's also slowing them down as well. This is a fast-paced team. When they pass to Gobert, it's dribble, 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 and then let me go try to do a little hook shot or something like that. So maybe he can back the little guys down for the Thunder, but I don't want to lay 10.5 with them in this first game, my guys. Like I said, take it back to college basketball where we want to fade. You want to fade the teams that have new big pieces like Gobert. You want to go with the teams that have basically the same roster. So in theory, I'd lean to the Thunder here plus the points, but I'm not taking them, my guys. I hope it makes sense. Skee, you got anything else on this one?
No, I think that was we did a good job.
Yeah. In theory, Timberwolves have the huge advantage down low, but I'd actually say, I mean, I like Edwards and Russell, my guys, but Gideon SGA, they could be looking nice in this one, my guys. But let's see what happens, man. I'm not betting the game. I like the Timberwolves. I'm low on the Thunder, but in theory, they are in better shape right now. But let's go over here to the streets of Utah here, Skee. I hate the fact that the Nuggets have a huge game on deck, a revenge game, which I'm going to be taking them next game regardless. But I took them -7. That's the only play that I sprinkled on. Put a half unit on the Nuggets -7. I hadn't been to Wendy's in a while, Skee, but I might have to go get some spicy nuggets today, my brother.
Yeah, I feel you because this Jazz team is uninspiring. Like, I don't know. They just threw a couple guys over here all together. I don't know, bro. I don't like the Jazz. And I look at the Nuggets team. You finally giving Joker some help again. You add, he got his guys back in Murray and MPJ. That's what I'm talking about. And then you also add KCP, a great 3-and-D guy, and Bruce Brown. So I just feel like it's too much talent on this Denver side. The thing is, though, I feel like Denver is the kind of team you maybe like to take early, like maybe first quarter or first half, and get in and get out the way. So if I'm going to play this game, it'll be Denver first half.
Yeah, I even want to look at them at first quarter, my guys. Guys in the chat, man, y'all looked at or Skee, if you can, see what you can get on that Nuggets first quarter. I'm with you. So it's crazy because this makes me feel even a little bit better. We talked about it, college basketball, right? You want to fade the teams that have a bunch of new starters. This Jazz team has 4 new starters over there, my guys. They have a total of 6 new players that they're trying to integrate in over there. 2 of those players play the Timberwolves on deck. So maybe Vanderbilt and Beasley are looking towards the next game here. But the Jazz, 4 new starters over there. Olynyk, Markkanen, Vanderbilt. A ton of new guys over there. They're trying to integrate into the system. Colin Sexton as well. You still have Clarkson and Rudy Gay coming off the bench, but other than that, I mean, Taylor Horton Tucker, my guy, like he been on the couch eating, bro.
He been depressed, huh?
Skee THT went from LA to Utah. He's like, man, where the fuck y'all send me to, bro?
Yeah.
But yeah, I took the Nuggets here, -7. You made some good points. I definitely don't see them starting out slow as well. They should try to come out and smack this team from the get-go. Then maybe they falter out as the game goes on. But yeah, I might have to add some on Nuggets first quarter here. They're going to be super pumped to play with Murray and Michael Porter Jr. to get those guys back on the floor here as well. Hopefully the Nuggets don't look past this team looking on to the Warriors. They lost 5 straight games to the Jazz, lost all 4 meetings last year, guys, right? So they should be coming in here with some revenge. Like, let me kick you guys while they're down. As long as they come in here and play their offensive game, I just feel like they should win this game by double digits, man. Not easily, but they should be able to smack these guys. But I might have to add Nuggets first quarter, my guys. I'm doing another show later. I'm gonna take a nice little walk. I might have to hop on the Nuggets here. I'm gonna walk it out, man. We're gonna think about it. I might have to add Nuggets the first quarter here. In theory, this should be a trifecta spot for the Nuggets, man. The way I'm looking at this one, Skee. But let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix real quick. We got the Suns laying 4.5 versus the Mavericks. In theory, it's a playoff revenge spot for the Suns here, but I don't want to trust them, right, with all the inner turmoil they have going on. This is a spot I'm sure they have circled, but the Mavs team can ball, man, and they match up really well with the Suns. Skee.
I agree with everything that you said. If it was like none of that drama shit with the Aiden and not talking to the coach and all this, losing to the 36ers, I would be all over the Sun. You know what I'm saying? I would be running I would have bet this shit a couple weeks ago.
Facts.
But with all that going on, bro, and how they've been looking, I don't want my money on them right now.
That's facts.
So only way I can look is Dallas. I think you said the line, it's coming down a little bit, 4.5, but I just see a team that is bought into what Jason Kidd was doing. for the most part, they're healthy. I know Bertans is not there, right? But I'll take the team with no turmoil, and that's healthier. So give me the Mavs plus the points.
Yeah, and they bolstered their front court as well. When it got JaVale McGee and Christian Wood over there that they can. Plus, they still have the guys that they still had. I think that's really key for the Mavs because they still had centers. They just weren't necessarily good enough to win in the playoffs. But Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell are still two good centers, guys. Don't forget about them. And if they want it, they can go small ball as well. Put Dorian Finney-Smith at the 5 or Christian Wood at the 5, my guys. So still 3-and-D guys, Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith. Cam Johnson's a little banged up as well. Cam Payne is a little banged up. It's a tough game for me. It's a tough game. Playoff revenge is something I don't go against. So it's Suns or nothing for me, but I hope you understand why I'm staying off the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavs continue to own them after being owned so long by the Suns, guys. Now the Mavs actually have a roster that they can hang with the Suns. Wouldn't be surprised either way what happened here, Skee. Last game up, Kings laying 2 points versus the Blazers here. Times have changed, my guy. The Kings are laying points here versus the Blazers. Are the Blazers going to be in the tank for Wembanyama or where? What are we doing?
Hey, Blazers should be. They got to figure some shit out. They underdogs to the Kings. That's pretty terrible. They're not going to tank though because you got Damian Lillard. He's not the kind of player who's going to lay down and try to go out there and lose. I feel like he's still going to compete. So. I don't know. Maybe I don't know who they can trade, but maybe they try to make another move to beef up this roster. If I'm playing this game, no defense. Well, actually, I mean Jeremy Grant's a solid defender, and Josh Hart does give effort, but I don't have a lot of faith in Portland's defense. I'll say that. And on Sacramento side, I feel like they give it up consistently. Sac coach wants them to shoot a lot of threes. They're going to play up tempo. Total on this game, I'm looking at it's already went up 5 points, so. I hate getting asked into the line, but when I'm looking at this game, it just screams over to me.
Sacramento, Mike Brown is preaching defense over there. One thing I'm noticing with the Kings, now, I mean, I don't play totals. I can't stand them, and it's why teams like this, Kings, paying more attention to defense, playing better. I actually see them sitting down, getting into their stance and moving their feet. We know they have some really good defenders over there. Huerta's not a bad defender. He's banged up right now, but he's not a bad defender. Davion Mitchell is a really good defender. I like guys like Rashawn Holmes as well. He gives a lot of effort on the defensive end. But this team also likes to play super fast. They won't have Keegan Murray tonight. Their unicorn. He's somewhat of like a matchup nightmare. He's a tall player. He can shoot. He can play defense. All that good stuff. I must say, Skee, if they had, maybe I'm kind of missing money here because if they had Huerta that was 100%, which he's not, he probably still played. But Keegan Murray, if they had a full squad here, I'd be taking the Kings in a heartbeat here, to be honest with you. So I still lean Kings here, but it is a tough game for me. When will the Blazers? This is a winnable game for the Blazers, and I feel like if they're not going to tank and they're going to go try to make the playoffs, which I don't think they will, you got to win these type of games, right, versus the average teams over there in the West. Because if the Blazers struggle versus teams like the Kings, you're really going to struggle when you get to those top-tier teams over there, my guys. So one would like to lean to the Kings. They're not full squad, but I do like the way they're headed at the franchise. And the Blazers, I don't really like the way they're looking, my guys, here at Skee. So, but it couldn't talk you off the over there as well. We know the Kings totals belong in them near the 240s, my guys. But defense is a little bit better, Skee. But real quick, we gotta let Ruby come on the show, Skee. We gotta let you guys. We gotta let them know about the promo, guys.
She got today.
Check out the commercial.
The NBA regular season tips off on Tuesday, October 18th, and who better to bet alongside than Rob Vino and Akeem Profit. Rob Vino enters the season ranked number 1 all-time in NBA profit at Wager Talk. On the flip side, Akeem Profit is looking to replicate last season after he finished up the year picking up over 44 units in profit for his NBA clients. And right now, you can get the first 7 days of the NBA season for less than $5 per day per handicapper. For a limited time, you can get the first full week of NBA from both Rob Vino and Akeem Profit for the cost of just buying one of them. You heard right. For $69, you will get any NBA releases, including 5% best bets from Vino and Skee, from Tuesday, October 18th to Monday, October 24th, 2022. As an added bonus, the first 25 to sign up will get an additional 2 days added to their NBA access, a $100 value for free, taking you through October 26th.
Go check them out, man. Go check them out. And if you're one of the first 25 sign up, you get that extra couple days as well, Skee. Let the people know what you got going over there, Wager Talk, and any free play for the people, my brother.
Wager Talk. You already heard that promo, but I've been doing good in MLB playoffs too. I won 14 out of 17 games in the playoffs so far. So if you're interested in baseball winners, check me out over there. I forgot what else you got. You told me I'm supposed to shout out what I'm doing.
Free picks.
Free picks.
Yeah,
Free
whatever
picks.
you like. Whatever
I
you
like
like
the
on your card.
Cavaliers plus the 125. I'm not sure if it's still at plus 125, but money line, no points needed. The Hawks minus 9.5. I like them. Got them in my pocket. And I'm gonna give you one EuroLeague play. I like Real Madrid minus 5.5. They're at the house. They're gonna get the job done by double digits. So yeah, it's 3 plays for you right there. Cash out. Good luck, everybody.
Hey, appreciate that, man. My guy bring us some EuroLeague basketball plays in here. I like it, man. Give me the Nuggets here minus the 7. I think I'm thinking about adding the first quarter as well, guys. You guys are supposed to be doing that info. Y'all supposed to be getting that first quarter for me. Skee, you too,
Minus
man.
2.
Minus 2 for the Nuggets first quarter. I gotta put some on Nuggets first quarter minus the 2, my guys. Right, yeah, man, it might be a little trifecta spot, my guys, but I like the Nuggets.
Is that a Smack City shirt on?
No, this is let's get some cash.
Okay.
I wish I had the Smack City in this shirt. I got the background. No, man, I got the background, man, but I need these nuggets, man. I'm finna go get some spicy chicken from somewhere. It might not be spicy nuggets from Wendy's, but I don't eat Wendy's no more. We're not that low, but we're going to get some spicy chickens from somewhere, man. Might go hit Hattie B's.
Hey, man, I stay out the way.
I'm not getting the spiciest one, man, but I'm on Nuggets. I'm on Nuggets minus the 7 full game. I'm adding Nuggets first quarter minus 2. I don't care, man. Half unit on both of them. We're trying to get some cash as always. Oh man, and we out, man. It's Us Against the Bookies. We will win, my guys. Let's take these fucking books to Smack City. Let's go. Let's get this cash. Hit the like button, subscribe. Hey, those bookmakers. Let's go.